The Philippine market remained highly volatile this week, but the PSEI managed to recover and climb back above the 6,000 level after initially dropping below 5,900 due to inflation fears. The week was dominated by concerns over the sharp rise in April inflation, expectations of further BSP tightening, elevated oil prices, and continued geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. However, bargain hunting and easing oil prices later in the week helped improve sentiment and triggered a rebound in local equities. The key factors affecting market movement. First, we have April inflation shock. April inflation surged to 7.2%, its highest level in more than 3 years and well above expectations, reinforcing fears of prolonged high interest rates. Rising food, fuel, electricity, and transport costs weighed heavily on investors' confidence. Next is the BSP rate hike expectations. Investors continued pricing in the possibility of additional BSP tightening after the recent 25 BPS hike to 4.5%, especially as inflation risk intensified. Next is the oil price and Middle East risk. Persistent geopolitical tensions and supply concerns in the Strait of Hormuz kept oil prices elevated early in the week, fueling inflation concerns and pressuring the peso. Next is the peso weakness then stabilization. The peso initially weakened due to inflation and oil concerns, but later stabilized near the 60 pesos per dollar level as oil prices softened and the US dollar weakened globally. And finally, the recovery rally or bargain hunting. Despite weak GDP sentiment and macro concerns, investors returned late in the week after oversold conditions emerged, allowing the PSEI to recover above 6,000. Technically, most major Philippine Stock Exchange Index blue-chip sectors continue to trade in a cautious and selective market environment. Banking leaders BDO Unibank Incorporated and Metropolitan Bank and Trust Company remain within a sideways to bearish range as investors weigh the benefit of strong lending margins against slowing credit growth and asset quality risk, though both stocks continue to show relative resilience near support levels. Property developers such as Ayala Land Incorporated, Megaworld Corporation, and SM Prime Holdings Incorporated remain technically weak with elevated interest rates and cautious consumer demand limiting recovery momentum despite signs of base formation. Meanwhile, conglomerates Ayala Corporation, GT Capital Holdings, and JG Summit Holdings continue to trade with a downward bias as investors remain sensitive to macroeconomic conditions, currency movements, and slowing business activity across key subsidiaries. On the consumer side, Jollibee Foods Corporation continues to outperform relative to peers, supported by resilient consumer spending and stronger earnings visibility, although inflation-driven cost pressures still pose margin risk. In the technology sector, Converge ICT Solutions Incorporated remains in consolidation mode after its previous rally, with investors waiting for stronger buying volume and momentum confirmation before validating a more sustainable breakout trend. Before wrapping up on our update this week, we would like to hear from you and get your thoughts. Which stock from this list should I deep dive into next week? It will be very interesting to know which companies do investors see a more favorable futures at this time. And our last words we want to leave to our viewers. The market have returned to consolidating phase. This phase isn't a signal to rush, but a reminder to continue positioning strategically. Once again, the issues affecting the market are temporary, so we have to keep in mind to ignore the noise, stick to your plan, and stay focused in identifying opportunities and capitalize on it. And that is all we have for this week. In case there is a stock you want us to discuss on our review next week, you may send a message or comment in this channel with a domain name OFW Average Trader. You may also choose to reach out by sending me an email at engineeralejandromagno@gmail.com. Or you can also send a message in my Twitter account or send a direct message in my Facebook page named Engineer Alejandro Magno. Take the opportunity while it is offered free. There is no secret to success. We just have to keep going and work harder. We will only lose a battle the moment we stop trying and believing. Before we finally end this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this channel to your friends, family, colleague, and fellow OFWs currently looking for a passive income. This might help to share the gift and opportunity to be financially literate. It might also help them secure their future and save their hard-earned money from price inflation. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thank you for keep supporting this channel. Have a nice day and see you all on my next video. Ciao!